Let's talk about a fundamental rule of business. It's one that works almost invisibly, but trust me, it has massive consequences when things go wrong. It's called the Collen Doctrine, and it's all about an agent's hidden promise. Understanding this could literally save you a fortune.
So let me start with a question, and this might hit closer to home than you think. What happens when someone signs a contract on behalf of, say, a company, but they don't actually have the authority to make that deal? Who ends up paying the price for that critical mistake?
And this is where we get to the core of the problem, a deal that's basically built on lies. Just imagine you're about to close a huge deal you've worked on for months. The person you're dealing with, the representative, seems confident, totally legitimate. But what if they aren't?
Let's just walk through this incredibly frustrating chain of events. First, an agent, a representative for a company, assures you they have full authority to act. You believe them, so you sign the deal. But then, bam, disaster strikes. The principal, the company they claim to represent, denies the deal. They say, sorry, that person had no right to make that agreement. And just like that, you're left holding the bag and facing a significant loss.
And this is the central issue, right? Your contract with the main company is now completely worthless. You've lost time, you've lost money, you've lost opportunity. The company that denied the deal is just off the hook. So who is responsible? Are you simply out of luck?
Well, thankfully, the answer is a big no. The solution to this very modern problem actually comes from a surprisingly old legal precedent. A dispute from way back in the 19th century created the legal tool we still rely on today.
The entire principle is built on this one landmark case from the United Kingdom, Collen versus Wright. And get this, it was decided all the way back in 1857. This one case laid all the groundwork for holding agents accountable.
And this right here shows the legal disconnect perfectly. On the one hand, you've got your belief. You have a valid contract with the company. But then there's the cold, hard reality. You have no contract with them at all. This huge gap is precisely where that court in Collen versus Wright had to get creative.
And that creative solution, well, that's the agent's hidden promise we've been talking about. This is the heart of the matter, a really powerful legal concept called the implied warranty of authority.
So what in the world is an implied warranty of authority? It actually sounds way more complicated than it is. The law just says that whenever an agent claims to act for someone else, they are automatically making a personal promise, a warranty, that they truly do have the authority they claim. It's a personal guarantee they make directly to you.
And this is the powerful result. The core legal idea is that an agent who misrepresents their authority can be held personally liable for breaking that warranty. In other words, because they broke their personal promise to you, they are now personally on the hook for the consequences.
So here's the crucial point to take away. You aren't suing over the failed contract with the company. That agreement is gone. Instead, the Collen Doctrine gives you a brand new, separate reason to go to court. You sue the agent directly for breaking their own implied promise. And that is a complete game changer.
So how does this rule actually protect you? This isn't just some dusty old rule from a law book. It has a major impact on business dealings every single day.
The doctrine works in two key ways. First, it protects innocent people from the financial damage caused by relying on a false assumption of authority. And second, it places accountability exactly where it belongs, on the agent. It forces agents to be careful and honest about the power they claim because they know they'll be held personally responsible if they mislead someone.
Okay, we've covered a lot of ground, from 19th century England all the way to modern business deals. But if you remember just one thing from this explainer, let it be this ultimate takeaway.
At its very heart, the Collen Doctrine means this: an agent's word is their personal bond. When they represent that they have authority, they are personally guaranteeing that fact. If that guarantee proves false, they are liable for the damage that results. So we'll just leave you with this final thought. The next time you're negotiating an agreement, ask yourself, whose authority am I really counting on? The company's or the personal promise of the individual sitting across the table?